You hearing this, baby?
Welcome to Happy Valley. Fan bases in all of college football. This isn't your run-of-the-mill matchup. You get a couple of powerhouses, both ranked in the top 10, and statements can be made in this one. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 3rd-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 15, looking for room. There he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and then guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And he had the extra point to finish the drive. They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. Fair catch called for and made.
By releasing all of these alleged texts, which, by the way, Busby says are basically irrelevant because they're all before the alleged assault. Okay, so now I want to bring on Mauricio Padilla, litigator, criminal defense.
What's up?
Talk more about this. Mauricio, thanks so much for taking the time. Let's just start with the lawsuit and the allegations suing for $50 million. Very graphic details about these.
And half of them ain't even there now.
I see all these comments on here about gold digging, but these women have been with these guys before they got drafted, before they knew they were going to make the money. They stood behind them, they supported them. Doesn't matter if you're white, black, Hispanic, and who really cares. These men and women have made their choice in life.
I mean, that's the right point. Alright, so let's get into it. He scored on the kickoff.
Wide receiver coming. Wants to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
No.
And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15.
Not ringing any bells, baby.
The give to the back. Discards a man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I don't think the defense was expecting a run on that play. 2nd and forever. They were all dropping back into coverage. They got gashed.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Wide out in motion. He'll keep it himself. Strong belief in this running game as he powers his way ahead and picks up 8. It's 4th and 1.
How easy was that? I mean, when you got a quarterback that can run design runs like this and get you 5+ yards just to make it look that easy, God, it makes it really hard for the defenses to stop.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Now we got to reset.
In your own territory, 4th down, no problem at all. They just go for it again.
What about you, Reese? Are you going for that?
Yeah, man. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Handoff from the gun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And I like the quarterback making it to the yards. They're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with him.
He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep him away from him. It's a fake he wants to throw. Unloads to the right. And they pull it off. He's got it for the 1st down. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. The Longhorns are flying down the field. Pulls and fires complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
What?
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up to add another. Right down the boulevard. So a drive there of 84 yards. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense set on 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, how do you not love when people lay out to catch the football and give that kind of effort? I mean, he gave up his body, grabbed the football, sucked it in, pulled it in. Referee says catch. What an effort.
Gonna run it. It's Singleton. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a 1st down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. The running back has it. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Aller. Working that left side now. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to get him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. The Nittany Lions will move the sticks with the first down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Using his legs to buy some time. And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that side.
Yeah.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. He looks that one in nicely. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He missed it.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. At midfield, he's got room. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He'll take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. And the Nittany Lions will kick it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bond. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Texas offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. To throw, it's Ewers. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Throw it again. Looking for space to the left. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got a man in the middle. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. And they just want to give this guy a chance.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. They'll run it from the gun. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. This quarter off with a touchdown right here. On the option. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in position to win.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Dropping back, it's out. Pressure coming. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Hoping to find one that works this time on 2nd down from the 7. They'll run the screen.
Ooh,
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that 1st down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Ewers. They're bringing heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on the 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No doubt. 2-possession game at this point, right, David? Not a lot of time left, so execution has to be at a premium here.
Yeah, and I probably want to go fast. I want to throw the football. I don't know how many possessions I got left. I got to make them all count.
Getting some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Listen, this offense right now is trailing by multiple possessions. They've given up back-to-back sacks. The number one priority on this next play has got to be pass protection. Whether that means you leave extra guys.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now.
I think if anybody looks at like the P. Diddy didn't do it, right? And then they filed against him and he settled the case in a day. We see the value of resolving cases. So I think it's on par with how Busby has been litigating his prior cases.
Yalabeezy's shocking arrest made headlines everywhere. He was indicted by a grand jury for capital murder on March 18th. He was arrested on March 20th, and by March 28th, he was already out on bond. I'm Elizabeth Milner with Bond Crime. Yalabeezy's bond conditions are pretty strict. He asked the judge for just one teensy little change, but the judge put a hard stop on that request. When Yalabeezy was first charged with capital murder, he was slapped with a $2 million bail. It's a lot of money to post, even when you're a famous rapper. But then Judge Gracie Lewis ruled to reduce his bond. So the bond was slashed in half. Well, more than in half. The judge reduced it to
We about to have an issue.
$700,000. And obviously he posted out.
I can't beat
But
Alabama.
The judge had very strict rules for Yalabeezy. Don't have contact with any victim, witness, or co-defendant either directly or indirectly. And he'll remain under house arrest with electronic monitoring. According to a report by WFAA, the judge said in court, quote, the biggest
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Longhorns will kick it away to start us
There we
off.
go. Yeah.
He's going to bring it out from deep. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback.
I don't know.
Looking for a productive play on first down.
No, because I'm about to throw that
Back to
motherfucker
throw.
in the
It's
gut.
Milrow. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the
Still
sack.
got chicken fried.
And I think this offense was looking for a reason to ignite the home crowd, coming out on first down, throwing the football, but the defense was ready. Nice job getting to the quarterback, making a big sack on the first play of the game.
They need something that goes forward this time on second and long from the 14. He's looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side.
You know, it was incomplete. I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. That's caught. It's Haynes. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Design.com can also help you get a website, business cards,
Yeah.
which is in the best interest of the Shirley complied with all terms of his condition of bond ordered by this court. To date, there has been no violations on the electronic monitor.
What?
The defendant respectfully praised that
That
the
is
court
why I
amend
don't
the
buy you
conditions of
nothing.
bond.
Why?
I mean, they asked pretty
What are you
nicely,
talking
right?
about?
But in the end, the judge ruled
Where's your
against
camera?
the defense's motion. So for
What
now,
you mean?
he will remain under
Yeah,
home
where's your camera?
confinement pending the outcome of his trial.
Oh,
It looks like.
Yeah,
same place where everything else at.
exactly.
No
That's
trial
why
has been
I'm
put on the
buying
calendar
it.
yet. But Marquise Conway White, aka Yellow
Fuck.
has kept
I didn't say I wanted it right now. I just said put it in the microwave. Yeah, to keep it from the...
Turn it on.
No, it says put it in the microwave.
So
Store
we're
it.
scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. They got him. That's a sack. And
Place it in there.
this man, Keywan White.
Okay, I'll give you that.
The state alleges Yella hired Keywan to carry out the hit on Bowlby back in 2020, and Keywan allegedly had help from this guy, Devin Maurice Brown. Both were arrested and indicted years ago, within weeks of the shooting. Investigators say they can place both men through their phone records and surveillance data near Bowlby's location in the hours before the shooting. And the feds even charged both of them. Keywan was found with a 9mm gun after he fled from officers, and Devin
for this defense to turn it over on downs.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. They'll go to the ground. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gather maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They think there's room to run to the right here. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. The back goes in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he's got it! Touchdown, Longhorns! That was just as simple as playing catch and warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
And he tacked on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Hey, quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites here. Look out there for that guy. It's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him. But I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Fights off the defender.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if they're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
What a great job by this defense. You get 3rd down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, 4th down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
Leaves it with the back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Running backs square their shoulders up. It's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. A sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Forges ahead for one to the 8-yard line.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. We saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Okay.
The Longhorns looking to convert on 4th down. Quarterback on the keeper.
Oh, shit.
And he's all
Oh, no.
It's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense got it. The 50, the 40, at the 30, the 20.
What a massive play by the defense, knocking it out. That's a country fumble. There's nobody around it, so you scoop that puppy up and you get downfield. It's a huge return and a momentum-changing play.
1st down for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They go to the ground. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Alabama! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First down to start the drive after the break. They're looking for an advantage to the right.
Come on.
In a world of trouble from the start, and a massive loss on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anymore.
And that last play is why it is a gift to have a short-term memory in this game. 2nd and long coming up. Trying to get to it. Snares it outside. It's blue. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Feeling some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Ball in the air, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're in defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
To the air, it's Milroe. Here he goes breaking the pocket. On the shuttle. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Going for 6. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up, keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to...
Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more... We should have ran a better route.
He's looking for an open man on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
There was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. As a result, they lose yardage.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He's taking the shot. And he grabs it at the 15. Touchdown, Texas! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And the point after is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished with a bang, a 71-yard scoring strike. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to throw. It's Milroe. Throws to the wideout. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
All right, drops are a part of football. It's a part of offense. What's really important for this quarterback now is to come back to the receiver, even after dropping that ball, to show him that you still got confidence in him, and you know it's a long game.
Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Off-play action on first down. Looking deep down the right side. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him and go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Bulldozes it. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break.
All right. We got to do better second half.
We're all locked up here in the third quarter as he's set to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Quarterback now breaking the field. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Out of the gun to give to the back. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
All right, baby. What's the best possible scenario?
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Setting up the screen. They make the
You better
stop,
say
but
the
a
right
good
thing,
pickup
too.
there on 1st down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
You also don't want him to go to the 49ers.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you
Okay,
all of
well,
his
this
tools
is
on that one.
this is the best possible scenario as a Rams
Longhorns
fan.
look to keep this drive
He
humming.
drops to the 26th pick, and the Rams get him.
Give to the back. Nice move to stay
I'm just
on
saying,
his
can you imagine the
feet.
Rams
And he was
Shedeur
able to
Sanders
get away
version?
from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
The Rams got the
Pick up on
26th
1st
pick.
down, and now they can
He's
take a
projected
shot on 2nd and
20th.
short.
The Rams do need a quarterback.
On the move, it's Blue. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The Longhorns trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Ewers. He's got it down the middle. Touchdown, Longhorns! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Alabama offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It can happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that and start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
They're trying to get to it. Coming after it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Alabama quickly back to the line. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Now, fourth down. Number 86, on to kick it away.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play.
Of the third quarter. Texas, 21, Alabama, 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Got it looking for a first. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
They get to him as he throws. Nowhere close. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Pressure coming. Quarterback adapting. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Talk about saving your best when the moment is the biggest. Nice job in the 4th quarter. Been grinding all day. Made the biggest run of the day when it counted the most. Picked up the first down in a pretty close ball game.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Miller. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you throw into running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The quick out. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. If you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They're going to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. Touchdown, Bama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
And the extra point ties the game in the fourth. So a drive there of 85 yards. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. So here it is, plenty of time to go and an opportunity to move the ball down the field and win it, David.
Yeah, and you rep this every single week. The 2-minute drill, you got to be precise. You know exactly what your favorite plays are, Palmer. Go down the field, get me in field goal.
And it comes down to the awareness, right? Especially at the quarterback position. You're understanding the timeout situation, working the boundary in the sideline. What's the clock showing me? It all comes down to this.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback checking off. On the ground, it's blue. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Texas! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense. And now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time. One stop. Less than a minute remaining. Go out there. Finish this thing off.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Fires to the middle. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Alabama pushing the tempo. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And that pass intercepted. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the 4th quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they give you some momentum. They give you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
Here comes the option. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That's it, fly. Complete to the right. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Muhammad's teachings also included making sure Lee knew everything about guns. This was evident in one classroom discussion.
Oh, snap.